So I'm impressed with this thing. I can't wait to get this Cerakoted. I can't wait to get this thing built. I can't wait to get my hands on a couple more. Time for a lower review. The Radian lower receiver. It's been a receiver I've been after for quite some time. Back when they were AXTS weapons, a friend turned me on to them. I really wanted one, but they decided that they were no longer selling them because they were actually working on producing their own rifle. So they saved all their lower receivers at the time, and they were using those obviously to build their rifles. But they are now for sale again, and you can pick them up, and I think they happened just this year that you can get them. But they're out there, and I definitely needed to pick one up. As a matter of fact, I'm probably still going to hunt down a couple more if I can. Now, I've always been looking for a full ambi receiver, and I'll compare it to, I've got another one over here that's an LMT. I'll show you in a minute, but I really wanted the Radian. What I like about Radian is I like the way that it's set up. And I also like the quality. So I don't want to do like a full-blown unboxing, but it looks like that's what we're going to roll with. So there's Radian. That's what you get, and that's what's in the box. This is the Talon safety. Looks like you get a trigger pin in there because the trigger pin you can see has got its own little machining there to get everything fit. So it's actually built, or they give you that pin in there so that you can put everything together. There's the lower. I like it. I like the finish. I like the quality. It's an ADAC series lower. If you don't know what that is when you push in on the mag release. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but the bolt catch comes up. Most of the time in weapons manipulation, if you're got a double feed or a failure to fire, or you've got a bad magazine, push up, yank it back, it'll lock your bolt to the rear, swap your mag out, and if you push down on this, that is your bolt release. That forces the bolt back down, the bolt catch, back down, and releases the bolt to slide forward home. It's very well thought out. Same thing on the other side. Push up here, this pushes that up as well as releases the mag. It's a nice ambi setup, and then you've got that to actually push down and release on. It's beautiful, it's sleek. I've seen other companies try to do it, and I'll show you the LMT over there. But look at that, that thing's just gorgeous. It's got Radian marked pins on it. I'm super stoked on it, it's just clean. This is gonna get Cerakoted. You know, something else really that I have to admit about this receiver, and something that really impresses me, and I'm not one for packaging, I'm really not, but what was used to put this together, and this, I hate sounding like this, trust me, I really do, but when I open this box, I know that I'm getting something that stands out above the competition. And I am more than sure the person that put this together, the young man that owns Radian Weapon Systems, knew that when he was putting this together. I'm willing to bet you his business cards probably stand out from everybody else's as well. I'm willing to bet that this guy is that guy, and rightfully so. I think he's done a fantastic job. I think he's done a fantastic job building this receiver. I think it's very well thought out. I would like all my guns to have Radian lowers on them. I like different rails. I've never tried a Radian weapon, so I wouldn't be able to tell you one way or the other. But I like Geisley rails and a lot of Geisley products. So that's that. And when you compare it to, this is my LMT, normal mag release right here. And what they did is they actually put their own, I don't know if you can see that or not, but they actually put their own paddle, essentially, ping pong paddle, whatever you want to call it, on this side of the receiver, and it's a little farther back. So the Radian, I believe, is just right there. This one, you really have to bring your finger back to lock it back and release it as well. You're literally not swinging up too far, but it's manual of arms. I like that a lot better than on that. Same thing on the other side. This is, and I'm not a huge fan of it, that's their Amb Mag Release, but I find with my fat fingers that this gets in the way. I know it was there to protect it, but it's not the ideal setup. Then you've got your normal ping pong paddle back there for bolt, two-handed bolt manipulation and bolt release. That is just a few of my Amb setups. Radian lower receiver. That's where it's at right now. Absolutely where it's at.